Princess of Cooch Behar in West Bengal, Maharani of Jaipur from 1940 to 1949. More outspoken, bold, social worker, political activist, compassionate, then fashion icon. Yes, I'm talking about the Maharani of modern India. It's none other than Rani Gayatri Devi, one among the top 10 most beautiful women in the world. The Rani, whose Lok Sabha victory featured in the Guinness Book of World Records for winning the election by a large margin. She, who fought for women's rights, who won the Lok Sabha elections. This Maharani, who is the owner of so many fames, cannot be found in any book. We know the Queen Elizabeth of England, but not aware of our Indian Maharani Gayatri Devi. Who is this Jaipur's Rajmata? Why we don't know about the life of this famous person? In 1975, why did the Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi suddenly announce
the President has proclaimed emergency? This is nothing to panic about.
Why did Maharani Gayatri Devi was arrested during that emergency? Is it true that Gayatri Devi's Jaipur fort is having the biggest treasure? Why did Indira Gandhi examine the Jaipur fort for 5 months with the help of Indian Army? How much treasure did they get by doing such an excavation? So, why did Jaipur's beautiful Maharani be locked up in cruel Tihar jail for 6 months? What was the problem between the Iron Lady of India, Indira Gandhi, and the compassionate Queen Gayatri Devi? In this video, we are going to see this dark history of Indian democracy and another side of Indira Gandhi. Welcome to History Talks. Gayatri Devi was born in London, UK on 23rd May 1919. She was the Princess of Cooch Behar in West Bengal. Her father, Jitendra Narayan, was the king of Cooch Behar, while her mother, Indira Raji, was a Maratha princess. Daughter of the Maharaja of Cooch Behar, Gayatri lived an enormous life in her palace, staffed with 500 servants. Her boldness and free spirit didn't come without reason, but from her grandmother, Chimnabai, who refused to live a restricted life and enter the world of men. Gayatri's mother, Indra, refused to accept an arranged marriage and married for love. So it was pretty evident that Gayatri wasn't going to live her life dictated by the society. Gayatri did her studies in various places like London, West Bengal and Switzerland. When she was 12, she fell for the most handsome young man in India, the Maharaja of Jaipur, who was then 21 years old. Sir Sawai Singh Bahadur had 2 wives then, but he simply couldn't help being enchanted by the charming Gayatri Devi. At the age of 21, Maharaja Sawai Singh too had gone to Woodlands, Calcutta, to play the polo matches of 1931, and that is where he had met the love of his life, Gayatri Devi, who was 12 years old at the time. It was love at first sight for Gayatri Devi, who was awestruck by the exceedingly rich and dashing Maharaja. Soon, people had started noticing their brewing romance, and they had warned Gayatri Devi's mother that her daughter's life as a third Maharani would be tough. Gayatri Devi and Sawai Singh's love story had a beautiful and happy ending. However, it was his proposal that had proved that he was a gentleman. One fine day, Sawai Singh had proposed the 16-year-old Gayatri Devi while taking a walk in the park. But Gayatri's mother wasn't happy with the union. The duo had tied the knot on May 9, 1940. Their wedding had made Guinness Book of Records for being the most expensive wedding in history. Rather than letting society decide her partner for her, she broke all norms and married a man who was almost twice her age for love. Despite age differences, they maintained a happy married life. She was included in Vogue magazine as one of the most beautiful women in the world. She was warned that being third wife of the king will not be easy. Yet, she carried all her duties with charm and grace. She adjusted to the life of formality and restrictions. She brought the palace women forward from their limited lives with her authority. She also opened a school for girls, which is today one of the finest in the country. After India won its independence from Great Britain in 1947 and the Republic was established, privy purses were introduced. It is nothing but the central government pays some money to the princely states as a part of their agreement to integrate with India and subsequently surrender their ruling rights in 1949. So, Sawai Singh lost his princely powers and became the ceremonial head of the newly formed state of Rajasthan. Because of this, the Maharaja and Maharani lost much of their political powers in the eyes of their people. So, they spent more and more of their time abroad. But Gayatri actively involved in politics and joined the Swatantra Party headed by C. Rajagopalachari, which was formed as an opposition to the Indira Gandhi's Congress government when Rajasthan became a state. She won her first parliamentary election in 1962 against a Congress candidate by majority of votes, nearly 78%. That earned her a spot in the Guinness Book of Records. During the first 5-year term, Gayatri focused on the politics of her home state of Rajasthan. As the 1967 election approached, Rajasthan Swatantra Party and the Hindu Jan Sangh formed a union to defeat Congress Party from their control of the state government. But the ploy was only partially effective. The Congress Party retained control of the state, although the Swatantra Jan Sangh coalition succeeded in depriving it of a legislative majority. The Maharani lost her bid for a state legislative seat but was re-elected to the national parliament. When opponents' party in Rajasthan protested against the return of the Congress party to power, violence broke out in Jaipur, resulting in 130 arrests. Ultimately, the Congress party gained control of Rajasthan and it made the Maharani disappointed with politics. In June 1970, Man Singh, who had previously suffered a mild heart attack, collapsed while playing polo and died, after which the Maharani went to the state of depression. Still grieving for the love of her life, Rajmata Gayatri Devi was elected to stand for her third term in parliament in 1971, and she returned to parliament by winning 50,000 more votes than her Congress party opponent. However, Gayatri suffered a devastating political blow in December 1971 when both houses of parliament passed a bill that de-recognized all former kings, thus abolishing their privileges, titles and mainly privy purses, including those of her late husband. Although she lost her princely powers, she did not lose her strength. So, what is there between the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi and Maharani Gayatri Devi? Based on an article from Quint, Gayatri Devi and Indira Gandhi knew each other from their youth. Both, as young women, attended school at Pata Bhavana, the school founded by Rabindranath Tagore in Shanti Niketan, West Bengal. Further, when Indira Gandhi and Gayatri Devi were at Pata Bhavana together, Indira Gandhi reportedly had major problems with Gayatri Devi's beauty and unabashed display of wealth, adding to the derision she felt towards royalty. Additionally, after the landslide victory in the 1962 Lok Sabha polls, it was evident that Gayatri Devi would be a best opponent for Congress. It also states that Congress offered Gayatri Devi a chance to join their party, but she refused it. We will see the interesting causes and effects of 1975 emergency in another video, and now we will concentrate only on the part of Maharani. In 1975, because of hunger and unemployment in India, people started struggle against ruling Congress government. Also, Supreme Court announced Indira Gandhi guilty and rejected her powers as the Prime Minister. On 25th June 1975, a day after the Supreme Court's verdict declaring Indira Gandhi's election as Prime Minister null and void, President Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, pushed by Indira Gandhi, declared emergency in India.
The President has proclaimed emergency. This is nothing to panic about.
The next step after declaration of emergency was the arrest of opposition leaders, journalists and those Indira Gandhi considered her enemies. Gayatri Devi, who was in Mumbai at the time for medical treatment, was informed that she could be arrested after her treatment was complete. She returned to Delhi soon after and paid a visit to the Lok Sabha. where the opposition benches were empty, devoid of opposition members. Gayatri Devi's home on Aurangzeb Road was raided by income tax officials who informed her that she was facing arrest because of undeclared gold and wealth. Gayatri Devi was imprisoned and an income tax raid was conducted at the royal residence of Jaipur. It's rumored that an old document of Sawai Jai Singh's time, which mentioned the existence of treasure in the Jaipur fort, was discovered. Curiously, all forts in Jaipur were under the care of Archaeological Survey of India except Jaipur Fort, which was in the custody of the Jaipur royal family and not open for tourists. Built between 15th and 18th centuries, Jaipur Fort is a tourist delight. It was believed that a large Mughal treasure was hidden inside the Jaipur Fort in Rajasthan. As per historical records, Raja Man Singh I of Jaipur was defense minister in Akbar's court. He had invaded Afghanistan on Akbar's orders and won. The victory left Man Singh in possession of large treasure. Man Singh kept the spoils of the war to himself instead of returning it to the king. Since then, it was believed that the treasure has been hidden inside the large water reservoirs inside the Jaipur fort. The almost intact fort is enclosed by huge walls and is connected to the Amir fort with underground passages. It is believed to be built to protect the Amir fort and is one of the strongest monuments of Jaipur. No matter where you are in Amir, one thing that you can see from anywhere are the huge red walls of Jaipur fort. The walls seem endless, basically made up of sandstones and cover an area of 3 kilometers. Jaivana is the world's largest wheeled cannon ever constructed, located in Jaipur fort. The cannon was built in the fort itself. The water tank behind the cannon is likely any irregular water tank, though huge in size. It has rainwater harvesting facility and has the potential to store around 6 million gallons of water. There are many rumors that the fort has chambers below the tank where the treasure was hidden. On June 10, 1976, a year after the imposition of emergency across the country in 1975, teams of the Indian Army, Rajasthan Police and Income Tax raided Jaipur Fort in Jaipur. The entire fort was excavated and destroyed. Despite the curfew-like atmosphere, news spread in Jaipur that on the orders of Indira's son, Sanjay Gandhi, the army and police were searching for the treasure of Jaipur Fort. On August 11, 1976, then Prime Minister of Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, wrote a letter to Indira Gandhi claiming 50% share in Army's treasury, stating some laws and agreements made during the British period. Indian government denied Bhutto's claims, but Indira Gandhi herself admitted officially that only 230 kilograms of silver was found in the excavation. Due to some unknown reasons, the letter got leaked and became public. After several months of relentless search, Army finally called off the unsuccessful excavation work. However, to make way for Army's heavy vehicles, Delhi-Jaipur highway was closed for 3 days. It was said that the vehicle contained treasures found during the excavation. Nobody has been able to ascertain what was carried in the vehicle, and Jaipur's fort treasure has remained a mystery ever since. Gayatri Devi was thrown in Tihar jail in July 1975, where she spent nearly 6 months during the emergency. Her health deteriorated further during her time in prison, with the Rajmata reportedly suffering from gallstones. Eventually, she was released on parole, reportedly on a number of conditions laid down by Indira Gandhi, which remained in force till the 1977 elections. After her release, she retired from politics and wrote a book named A Princess Remembers, an autobiography that was released in 1976. As a result of declaring the emergency, the thousands of arrests and the forced sterilization program that was carried out under her government, Indira Gandhi lost the 1977 elections to the Janata Party, a party cobbled together with multiple opposition parties to oppose Indira and the state of emergency in the country. Gayatri Devi never returned to politics. She died on 29 July 2009 at the age of 90, surrounded by her close friends and family after a battle with lung infection. Despite being born into a life of riches, She spoke up for the people in her own little ways, made a difference. A symbol of beauty, grace, and courage, Rajmata has been inspirational for generations to come. Don't forget to hit the like button if you like this video. Also, subscribe for more such videos. See you in another post. Thank you.